Mr. Speaker,
Mr. Anchia, for what purpose?
will the gentleman yield for a few questions?
The gentleman yield for questions. He yields for questions.
Thank you, Mr. Wu. You did provide that admonition in the discussion that we had on the bill, on the House bill, or pardon me, on the bill when it came through the House. During that House debate, there was an amendment that was added by Representatives Button and Shaheen that, while I didn't think it was the most artful way to do it, it gutted the most egregious portions of the bill because it allowed for people like visa holders who are practicing medicine at UT Southwestern or any of the hospitals in the medical district that I represent to be able to own a home.
Or researchers at UT.
Or researchers in the medical district.
Any number of things.
Right. I just used that as an example because it hit close to home. So my question, based on that predicate, is you said that the Senate changed that definition and I think your words were like cut it in half, right? Is it still possible for a person here on an H-1B visa, by way of example, to invest in real property over 10 acres in an urban area in a limited partnership interest? What's your reading of the amendment?
Not under this law.
They can't even be a limited partner.
No, in fact,
in a Texas limited partnership, they can't even be a limited partner in an investment in real estate if it's more than 10 acres.
So under this law, if they're a part of a business, that's their business. If there is a single Chinese immigrant in that business, on the board or anything else, it's done.
So it is no longer owned. It is no longer having a controlling interest, simply a limited partnership interest. So if for example, I do a raise on a hotel, I do a fundraise, is it the effect of this amendment to say that if one of my investors who may be a successful business person in Dallas on the board of the Chamber of Commerce, by way of example, but they were originally from Hong Kong, they would not be able to be a limited partner in a Texas limited partnership that owns the hotel?
So in this bill, in the various versions of this bill, they have both done relaxed restrictions on businesses, on how, what percentage of ownership and what percentage of control is needed to be in violation, and there were very strict versions of what is allowed. The version we have right now is the very strict version.
All right, so you can't even be a passive investor.
Potentially, the way I read this bill, the way it's drafted, the restrictions on what kind of companies can fall into this bill based on who is on your board, who is a partner, who is an investor, is very strict. And I hesitate to go into it here because it's so complicated.
All right, well, I'll wait for the bill author to ask him those questions.
Thank you.